Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of electromagnetic engineering. In this lecture, we are going to discuss work done and electric potential. Let us first see what do you mean by work done in an electric field. Suppose we have a source of electricity and which has generated an electric field E bar in this straight line direction. So these straight lines show the direction of E bar generated by this source. Now let us consider that a charge Q is present in this field. Charge Q is present in this field. So the charge Q will experience a force because it is present inside this field. So obviously by Coulomb's law, we know that whenever a charge is brought in the field of electric intensity, then it will experience a force. So this charge will experience a force and the force is in this direction E bar. Now suppose we want to move this charge from this point to this point through a small distance dl. We have to move the charge from one point to another point through a small distance dl. Then what we have to do? We have to apply an exactly equal and opposite force so that this charge can be moved through a distance dl. So for that we have to apply a reverse force which is to that which is already existing in this direction, right? So according to Coulomb's law, we know that F bar, we already seen this equation, F bar is equal to charge multiplied by electric field intensity, or we can write E bar is equal to F divided by Q. E bar is equal to force divided by charge. So that comes out to be force is equal to charge multiplied by E bar, right? And then we know that whenever a work is done by physics definitions, work done is nothing but force multiplied by displacement. So whatever force we have applied to move that charge and whatever the distance the charge has been moved, if you multiply these two things, then we'll get work done. In our multiplication, there must be a dot product because the distance is a vector quantity and force is also a vector quantity. So if we want to get the magnitude of the work done, we have to take the dot product of F bar and DL bar. But in our case, to move this charge from one point to another point, we have to apply exactly opposite force that is already present here. So this force F is already present on Q. So we have to apply opposite force of F, that is minus F, so that then only that charge will move. So the force must be applied in the reverse direction of that existing force. So the work done, we call that work done here as differential work done. Why? Because the distance we have moved the charge is very small. So it is very small work done, or we can call it as differential work done. So dW, that is differential work done, is equal to opposite force of F, that we call as F applied, and it is negative of the original force, multiplied by the distance dl. So when you apply opposite force, then the charge will move. And when the charge moves, we can say that work has been done by the source. Work has been done by the field or the source. So dW is equal to F applied into dl. But what is F applied? That is negative of F. So what is F? Q into E bar multiplied by minus sign into dl bar. Keep it as it is. So this is a differential or small work done. Now if I want to find out total work done from say one point to another point, suppose we have drawn a path like this and we want to move suppose we want to move a charge Q from point A to point B, then we have to divide this path in small number of paths, each is having a value equal to dl, and we have to integrate all. We have to find out work done for this path, and then for the next path, and then for the next path, like that. And we have to summarize all the work done for small paths. So all differential work done, when they are added, will get the total work done to move a charge from point A to point B. So that's why here, to find total work done, we have to find out the integration of this above equation. So W, the final equation is W, the work done in electric field, is equal to negative integration Q into E into dl bar. And the limits of integrations are starting point and the upper limit is ending point. The starting point shows the coordinates of point A, ending point shows the maybe the coordinates of point B. Okay, so this way the work done is defined. Work done is negative integration of Q into E bar dot dl bar. There must be a dot product of between E bar and dl bar. And work done is again a scalar quantity. It doesn't have any direction, it doesn't have unit vectors in it. It only gives a magnitude, a value, a constant value. So work done is measured in joules. Work done is measured in joules, and it is indicated by capital letter J. The work done by the electric field in moving a charge from A to B is given by W is equal to Q integration of E into dl from point A, that is initial point, to point B, that is final point. If an external force moves the charge against the field, external force means external source or a battery can be used to move the charge against the already existing field, the work done is negative. So W in our case is minus Q integration from A to B E bar dot dl bar. So this work done is our final equation for finding final equation. Now it is said that work done is path independent. So see here, if I show you this two paths from point A to B or from B to A, any path you can go. You can go from B to A in a straight line fashion. Suppose our initial point is B and final point is A in this case, then we can go in a straight line fashion. Or we can go through these small paths. In any way, the path doesn't alter the value of work done. You can find out this total work done for straight line path, or you can find out small work done W1, W2, W3, W4, W5, like that. And you can add, if you add all the work dones, W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4 and so on, then you will get same work done when you move the same charge from point B to point A. So work done is, a very important consideration is work done is path independent. Also, one more important theorem, we are going to use this in the Maxwell's equation, is again the same thing is shown here, that uh, so that here now the P is a point and they have shown three different paths. One is K, it goes to P, one is I, it goes to P, one is from origin, it goes up in the upward direction, and then it goes down, and that path is J. So three different paths are given to calculate the work done. Moving from the origin, suppose the charge is present at origin and we have to move that charge to point P. Then you can choose any path in the field, electric field. But for each path, the work done will be same. For each path, if you calculate the work done, it will be same. But suppose you move from point origin to point P and again you come back from point P to origin. So if path gets completed, means it will, if the path becomes closed path, then the dot product of E bar and dl bar will become 0. because for moving from one point to another point there is a positive work done, and moving back from that end point to the starting point again is a positive work done, so they will cancel each other. So this is a very important law, that closed integration of EDL or circle integration. We have seen the circle integration. Closed integration of E bar dot DL bar is 0. This is one more equation. We are going to use this in the when we see the Maxwell's all equations. Now we have these basic equations to find out DL bar. What we need to solve the example? We in example value of E bar is given and value of DL bar is given, or we have to find out what is the equation of DL bar by considering the particular system. Suppose Cartesian system is given, then you know that the equation of DL bar is dx ax cap plus dy ay cap plus dz az cap. If cylindrical system is given, then we know that dl bar is equal to dr ar plus r d phi a phi plus dz az. And if spherical system is given, you know dl bar is equal to dr ar plus r d theta a theta cap plus r sin theta d phi a phi cap. So all these equations we know. We have to just take the dot product of this equation and whatever E they have given in terms of equation. Let us solve one example. The example is like this. Evaluate the work done in bringing a charge of 5 microcoulomb from origin to the point P, and point P is 2, minus 1, 4 through the field E bar is equal to 2xyz ax cap plus x square z ay cap plus x square y az cap volts per meter. Through the path is given like a straight line segments from 0, 0, 0 to 2, 0, 0, from 2, 0, 0 to 2, minus 1, 0, and from 2, minus 1, 0 to 2, minus 1, 4. Let us solve this example. The example is given like E bar they are given. E bar is given as E bar is equal to 2xy ax cap plus x square z into ay cap plus x square y into az cap volts per meter. And they have given straight line segments. So you have to move the charge q, which is of 5 microcoulomb, from first point, that is at origin. So we'll draw first the coordinate systems, and let us say that the origin, the charge is here, charge q is here initially at 0, 0, 0. So first we have to move this charge from 0, 0, 0. So the first path they have given, let us call that path as P1, and that path is from 0, 0, 0 to 2, 0, 0. Okay, so from 0, 0, 0 means origin and 2, 0, 0 means exactly on x-axis. So it will move from this point to, this is your 2, 0, 0. So this is your first path, and to move the charge from origin to this point 2, 0, 0 along path P1, let the work done is W1. Let the work done is W1. So this is our first segment. That is first segment, and the second path P2. P2 they have given from 2, 0, 0 towards, we have to move to along the y direction now, and the second path is from 2, minus 1, 0. So minus 1 means negative y side. So we have to move from here towards minus 1. So we will move like this. Okay, so this point is 2, minus 1 and 0. So this path is 1, this path is path 2. And third path P3 is what? 2, minus 1. So this is its initial point. and the final point is 2 comma minus 1 comma some z value will be there, so z value is 4. So now towards z axis we have to go, towards z axis we have to go. This means we have to go in the upward direction. So from this point if you go, on this point if you go upward direction for 4 units, then you will get the final point as 2 minus 1 and 4. So this is our third path. So we have to find out work done for path 2, work done for path 3, and W total is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. Okay. Now what is the equation? What is our equation? W we know as W is equal to minus Q integration from initial point to final point. Now in this case, initial point we have to consider by considering that path no A and B is given, and multiplied by E bar dot dl bar. Okay, Q is constant, it is already given, but it is 5 microcoulomb. E bar they have given, dl bar they have given. So for path 1, what is dl bar? Path 1, see here, for path 1, dl bar is what it is. Now it is Cartesian coordinate system, so we write dx ax cap plus dy ay cap plus dz az cap. But see, for the first path there is only change in x. There is only change in x. So dx will exist. There is no change in y. There is no change in z for this path. So we'll neglect these two things. And our dl bar is equal to dx ax cap only. Okay. Then similarly for second path, for path 2, there is change in only y direction. See, from 2 is constant, so x value has remained constant. Here is it is also constant. X value is constant. Only there is a change in y value. Only there is change in y value. That is, y had changed from 0 to minus 1. So there is change in y. So for this path, equation of path will be only dy ay cap. So it is equation of path is dy ay cap. If you consider dx, if you consider dz, because there is no change in x. X was initially 2 and finally it is again 2. So dx means what? Difference between 2 and 2, that is 0. So dx will become automatically 0, dz will become automatically 0. Only dy ay will remain. Similarly, for path 3, dl will be equal to, there is only change in z from 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 in the upper coordinate has remained same. So no change in x, no change in y. There is only change in z. So this, for this path we will consider dz az cap. Okay, because even if you take the complete equation, we will cancel it when we take the dot product here. So instead of that, we first minimize the equation like this, and then it is easy to solve the EDL for each path. Okay, so for first path, let us find out W1 work done. And W1 is what? Minus Q integration from initial point to final point E bar dot DL bar. So 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 microcoulomb it is given. Initial path, what is E given? Complete equation you have to write it, 2xy x cap plus x square z ay cap plus x square y az cap dot is very important. What is dl for first path w1? It is only dx ax cap. And as there is change in x, what is the initial value of x? It was 0. What was the final value of x? It was 2. Okay, so for this path, initial value of x is 0, final value of x is 2. So we'll consider the upper limit and lower limit like this, 0 to 2. We have to go to from 0 to 2 along x-axis, right? So after solving this, minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 integration 0 to 2. Now only ax and ax will be multiplied because ay into ax dot is 0, az dot ax is 0. So we will left with only 2x dx. Now in this case, 5 into 10 raised to minus 6. Now we have to find out integration of x only because 2y is constant into 2y, and integration of x is x square by 2 with limits 0 to 2. With limits 0 to 2. So I think there is z also present. So here we have to put z. So this is z present. So it is 2xyz ax cap. So now xyz is also there. Now see, what is the value of x for this path? X is changing, okay. What is the value of y for this path? Y is not changing, it is 0. What is the value of z for this path? It is not changing, it is 0. So both y and z value are 0 0 for this path. So if we put y equal to 0 and z is equal to 0, our w1, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0, w1 will automatically become 0 joules. No need to solve the integration because y is 0 and z is 0 for that path, right? So now let us go towards the second segment. So second w2 is equal to minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 integration from e bar dot dl bar, and it is from initial point. Now in this case the initial point and final point will change. Now for path w2 we have to move from 2 0 0. See here, we have to move from 2 0 0 to 2 minus 1 0. That is our second path. So what are the changes? 2 is remaining constant, y is changing, so we have to consider dy ay cap, and z is not changing. So x and z is not changing. So let us find out what is the final calculations. So minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 integration, will write again the complete equation 2xy z ax cap plus x square z ay cap plus x square y az cap dot what is dl bar for second path? It is dy ay cap because there is change in only y. So if you multiply this, if you take the dot product of e bar and dl bar, we will get only ay multiplication. So 10 raised to minus 6 x square. If you multiply ay and ay, these two, then we'll get x square into z into dy. What is the limits for this path? Y has started at point, I think the y has started at point 0 and it is ended at point minus 1. So the initial point is 0 and the final point is minus 1, remember, right? Then now for this path, these values are for y values. Dy is 0 initially and the y is minus 1 finally. But again for this path, what is the value of x? For path w2, what is the value of x? X is 2. See in the diagram, x is constant, it is 2. But z is 0. X is 2 but z is 0. So in our equation 5 microcoulomb multiplied by x square z, because these two quantities are constant, and integration of dy is there only from 0 to minus 1. So if you put z is equal to 0, this equation will again become 0. So W2 is also 0 in joules. Right. Then let us find out what is W3. W3 is equal to minus 5 microcoulomb integration of E bar dot dl bar, and for this path dl bar is dy ay cap. So minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 integration of 2xyz. You can skip these terms also and you can directly take az cap, because in our square y z cap dot into dz az cap. Right. Then if you multiply these two brackets, E bar and dl bar, will get minus 5 microcoulomb into integration of x square y dz. What is value of z? What is the initial value of z for that path? Let us go to the diagram. Initial value of z was 0 and the final value of z was 4. Initial value of x was 2. Final value of x was 2. Initial value of y was minus 1. Final value of y was minus 1. Okay. So W3 equal to minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6. X was 2, and what is the second constant value? Y, that is equal to minus 1. Y equal to minus 1. And it is integration of z. Z is changing from 0 to 4. X square y. Right? And dz. So minus 5 into 10 raised to minus 6. X square y is constant. Integration of z dz is z, and limits are 0 to 4. Now we will get some value here, because we will put x equal to minus x equal to 2, so it is 2 square, y equal to minus 1, so minus 1 into 4, this is z, z minus 4 minus 0, so that will become 4 into 4, that is 16, minus minus plus 16 into 5, 80 into 10 raised to minus 6, W3 it is, so it is W3 and it is measured in joules. So what is final W? W1 is 0 plus W2 is also 0 and W3 is 80 microjoules. So it is completely 80 microjoules. In this way we can solve the example. Let us consider now one more example where the paths are different than straight line segments. Here they are given two paths. One is a curve shape and the other is a straight line from point B to A. So there is a different way to solve such kind of example to find the work done. What is the example? An electrostatic field is given by E bar is equal to minus 8xy ax cap minus 4x square ay cap plus az cap volts per meter. A charge of 6 coulombs is to be moved from point B 185 to point A 2186. Find the work done in each of the following cases. First case, they have given the path like path is selected as y is equal to 3x square plus z and z is x plus 4. So these are the equations of the paths. The paths can be curve like shape. They may have a curve shape, because this equation describes a curve like shape, and or a straight line. So you have to use these two equations to find out the path equation. In earlier example, we have seen only dl bar directly, and we have considered for that dl bar, we have considered dx ax or dy ay whenever necessary, because there is only change in x and there was only change in y. But here there is change in y as well as change in z. So we have to consider such paths. And the second option they have given is a straight line from B to A. So we have to find out what is the equation of that straight line from B to A. And we have to use that equation to solve the path equation dl bar. Okay, so let us see what is the solution for this. So now we know the equation of work done. W is equal to minus Q. Integration, the initial point they have given is B. So we'll start with B to A, E bar dot dl bar. Okay. Now dl bar, we know that dl bar is, it is Cartesian system. So dl bar is dx ax plus dy ay cap plus dz az cap. And let us take the dot product of E bar and dl bar. So what is the dot product of E bar and dl bar? They have calculated the dot product so that we can use this equation directly. So minus 8ax y ay ax cap minus 4x square ay cap plus az cap dot dx ax dy ay dz az. So that comes out to be this ax and ax get multiplied. So minus 8xy dx minus 4x square dy plus dz. Because what? Ax dot ax, ay dot ay and az dot az is only equal to 1. Then so now if we put all the values, so EDL if you put in this equation 1, so W is equal to minus Q. Q is 6 coulomb. So let us keep Q as it is, minus Q minus 8xy dx. We have to take the separate integration of this minus 8xy dx, separate integration of 4x square dy plus separate integration of dz, and that is done here. Okay, we'll put this bracket as it is. Now in this equation, we have to choose the path. Now for each integration, the limits are separate. For first dx, the limits of dx is there. So the in point B, x value is 1 and in point A, x value is 2. See, in point B, because it is starting point, so x is 1 and final point is A where x is 2. So we have chosen initial limit x and final limit 2 for dx path. Similarly for dy path, what are the limits of y? Y is at 8 and final y is 18. Z is at 5 and final z is 6. Okay, we'll keep these limits as it is. But we have to go to these curvature segments, curvature paths. So we'll make use of this path. So what we can do with this? First, we have to find out what is dy. Okay, so let us differentiate both sides. So dy is equal to 3 into 2, that is 6x plus 1, and 4 differentiation is 0. So it is dy is equal to 6x plus 1 and integration of x will be, derivative of x will be there, so dx. So we'll replace all the either dx term or dy term in above equation and make it similar. And changing the limits of y from 8 to 18 in terms of x from 1 to 2 we get. So now we will replace this dy in the second parameter. What we'll replace? We replace dy by 6x plus 1 dx, and we replace y here in this case because we don't want y. So y is replaced by 3x square plus x plus 4. So we'll replace all these two quantities into complete x values. See, all the values are x. All the values here also x. So as there is dx, again we have to take the limits of dx, and that is from 1 to 2, remember. Then we'll keep dz as it is because in this equation no z is present, so we have to keep it as it is. So finally we will solve this integration. So integration can be separately given because there are plus signs, right? So a minus 8x into 3x square, that is equal to minus 24x cube. So first let us solve these brackets and write dx, and then again you can apply dx to every part separately, right? So similarly we can solve these two, this bracket, and then you can add these two terms. So 24x cube is there, minus 24x cube is there, the limits are same, so this term I think it is getting cancelled. 24x cube and minus 24x cube, then minus 8x square and plus 4x square, that will become minus 4x square, and then 32. So after solving this all the things, you will get this kind of bracket. So just solve it and find out whether it comes to minus 6x raised to 4, 8 by 3 x cube, 16x square by, so 32x square by 2, that is equal to 16x square, minus they have calculated this I think this term 6 minus 6 x raised to 4. Okay, because this minus 24 is there and here also it is minus 24, so it has to be added, not subtracted. And this minus sign will go inside, so it is minus 4x square, and its integration is minus 4x cube by 3, right? So all the terms we have to consider, and the limits are 1 to 2, and z is dz, integration of dz is z, limits are from 5 to 6. After solving all this bracket by putting the limits and finding putting the value of q equal to 6 coulomb, you will get the value is of work done is 1530 joules. Okay, see, one more equation they have given. One equation was y equal to 3x square plus x plus 4, and the other equation was z is equal to uh, z is equal to x plus 4 na, z is equal to x plus 4. Okay, so here in this case we can change this dz parameter also. You can use this dz and you can find out what is dz from this equation. So dz is equal to only dz is equal to dx, right? Because if you differentiate both the sides of this equation, then it is dz is equal to dx plus 0. So we will replace this dz by dx, and then again we have to replace this limits of z from 1 to 2, because then it will be the limits for dx, and then we'll solve, you will get the same thing. So either you can use this equation or you can skip this equation, because there is no much changes. See here, this is the first option they have given, and we have found out the work done to be 1530 joules. Now in the second option, second case, they have given a straight line path from B to A. Now what is the equation of straight line? If we want to go from point B to point A, what is the equation? So you know that the straight line equation is found by taking the coordinates of those points. So it is this equation, straight line equation. You already seen this in your mathematics. So y minus yb, okay, is equal to ya minus yb divided by xa minus xb into x minus xb. Final point minus initial point, final point minus initial point, right? So, and y is constant here. So, z minus zb or za minus zb. So, you can use any one of these equation. So, any one can be valid. So, let us consider first equation, y minus yb. Okay, so y minus 8, ya is 18, 18 minus 8 divided by xa is, what is xa? 2 minus xb is 1, and x minus xb, so x minus xb, that is 1. So the equation becomes y minus 8 is equal to 10 into bracket x minus 1. So y is equal to 10x minus 2. So this is our straight line equation. Now again we'll use this equation to find out what is dy, and we'll change complete terms in terms of dy or dx. So we'll replace y by this value, we'll replace dy by this value in the given equation, so that the equation becomes simpler. Now dy is what? Derivative of 10x minus 2, that is equal to 10 dx. And we can find out one more equation for z. in terms of z, because this there is z parameter is also present. So if you use this second term of second equation, z minus zb, and find out equation in z and y, then it is equal to z minus 5 into 1 upon 10 y minus 8. So 10z is equal to y plus 42. So do we need this equation somewhere in this term? No, we can keep, or you can use it, or you can skip it. Only we use dy and y. So in our equation, what was our equation? E bar minus 8xy dx. The limits were x to 1 to 2. That we have already calculated this equation in the previous case. Here we will start with this equation. Right, this was our original equation. So minus 8xy dx 1 to 2, 4x square dy 8 to 18, and dz 5 to 6. So minus q, now we'll replace this y here. What is y? 10x minus 2. Put it here. Dx, keep it as it is. 4x square. Let us replace dy by 10 dx. So 10 dx we put, and we'll keep dz as it is. Now solve this integration. You will get this bracket and find out the integration of dz. It is easy to find out instead of using this equation again, because there is no z present in this integration. If z was there, then we can use y or something like that, but there is no need. So what is final equation? Q or minus q into 80 by 3 x cube plus 16 square by 2 minus 40 x cube by 3. By putting limits 2 minus 1, every time you have to take the 2 raised to 3 minus 1 raised to 3, 2 square minus 1 square, 2 cube minus 1 cube, and then solve this all the things. You will get final equation again equal to 1530 joules. This means, what does it this means? If you choose any path, either a straight line or curve or straight line segments along the axis, the work done will be same. The work done will be same.